Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Rich's Wishes. This episode, I'm going to tackle Destiny. Destiny is a very complicated game, and there's a lot of things that a lot of people are mad about and a lot of people love about it. And there's just mixed feelings and hate and love, and I'm confused. But I can say that I am enjoying the game. Personally, playing it with friends is the way to go. I'm having so much fun. That being said, there are a couple of things, by a couple, I mean a lot of things that I wish were a little bit different or I wish were implemented. Now, I know Bungie has heard these calls and they're making changes constantly, but these are things that have not been addressed yet, and I feel they should be. Eventually down the line. I mean, whether or not these wishes are going to happen, obviously, they're not up to me at all, but I'm still going to wish for them because I think that they're actually valid and I think they make sense. So here we go. 1. Story. I wish the story was told better. I believe this is a wish that everybody else in the world has currently. Peter Dinklage is our main voice for the entire game. He's the one that tells us everything that's going on, and honestly, he does not do the best job. And I can hear you guys saying, whoa, Rich, whoa, Seventh Man, whoa, calm down, dude, he's playing a robot, dude, he's playing a robot. He's supposed to be all like that. Yeah, Cortana was an AI. Guilty Spark was a floating robot. Both phenomenally voice acted, phenomenal characters. Peter Dinklage voicing the Ghost, I don't care for it. I don't know. I mean, he's not. I love the actor. Actor's awesome. He does amazing things in Game of Thrones, but he doesn't bring any of that here, unfortunately. I mean, a way they could improve storytelling is maybe not rely on him for basically 100% of the story. I know there are other cutscenes that happen in the game, but they're very minimal. He is your main link to what is going on in the entirety of that game. And there's a live-action trailer for that game. And he acts better in that trailer with those 3 Guardians, and those 3 Guardians have better synergy than any other characters in the entire game of Destiny. And that was just a commercial for the game. I just don't understand how that happens. The story that is taking place in that trailer, I want that to be happening in the game. Now, I'm not all complain. I do have solutions for this. I mean, Destiny is setting itself up to have a great story. They just need to actually make it happen. They just need to tell it. There are a bunch of factions in the tower, right? I mean, living in that tower, different factions, different ideology, different resources required. There's going to be some politics at play. There's going to be some hate. There's going to be some, team-ups and stuff like that. So play on that. Play on the factions. When you join a faction, maybe make the other factions hate you a little bit. So you got to be a little bit more careful with what faction you choose to go with. Yes, I mean, it is cool being able to earn the rep for all of them and get the gear from all of them, but that's just too easy and that's a grind. Make it interesting. Make it a little bit different maybe. So that's wish 1 for the story. Wish 2. Crucible loot drops. This is something that has been bugging me since day 1 of this game, is that I will be on the top of the leaderboard, I'll be on the bottom of the leaderboard, whatever it is. It just seems completely random. Most of the time it seems the people at the bottom get more stuff, which I guess I understand that you're encouraging people to keep playing, but don't completely neglect the people that are doing well. Also, give something to everybody. And this is where my other idea comes into play. I wish that they would give materials in Crucible. Let me explain for those of you who are not familiar with Destiny. In Destiny, you can go to the moon, you can go to Earth, you can go to Mars, you can go to Venus and all that stuff. And on those planets, they each have a specific resource that you can gather and farm. Those resources are then used to upgrade weapons. The only way to get those resources is via going to that planet and basically driving around that whole zone and collecting it when you see it. It kind of glows and shines and it makes like a glimmery sound effect. This is cool. I like that idea. Going to mine for loot. Going to mine for materials. However, how awesome would it be that if you just did like a clash match, for example, on Venus, your team won, your team lost, whatever it is, and maybe you didn't get armor, maybe you didn't get that exotic, maybe you didn't get the legendary engram that you hate that guy for getting, but hey, you know what? You got 5 Spirit Bloom out of that match. That way everybody still gets something, still feels like you're working towards something, and everybody gets something. I mean, it's just a win-win-win. I mean, I don't understand why they can't just include those materials as rewards for Crucible. It makes sense to me. Having to go around and farm 50 Spirit Bloom for myself, just it gets tedious after a little while. It was fun at first, but now it's starting to get a little, My next wish is in regards to blue drops now. Blue drops basically become worthless once you're level 20, so I don't think they should get rid of them. I feel like they should allow you to upgrade them, ascend them to legendary. That would be actually amazing. Imagine if you got some blue gauntlets, right? And you're like, this perk is pretty cool. Obviously, the defense sucks. I have legendary gauntlets and I'm level 28, so I don't really need this. I don't need this blue. But if you could upgrade that one, add another perk to it to make it legendary, raise the defense, give it some more light, those blues become a little bit more valuable to you. And you're like, hey, wait a minute, hold on a second. I got these blue gauntlets. Let me take a look at them and see maybe what I can do with it. Oh, a blue auto rifle. You know what? Let's see if I can make that better than my current legendary auto rifle. Maybe they can include new Ascendant materials, and these materials can give such perk. I don't know. But the fact is, blue weapons aren't relevant anymore. They're only there until you're level 20, and then they're gone. So stop dropping them. I don't need 1,000 sapphire wire. I just don't. I don't need 1,000, and that's how much I have, and I'm never gonna need that much. So yeah, try to make blue weapons relevant again. There are a lot of wishes for this, so I apologize, but I think I have two more. One big one small one. My next one is to deal with exotic weapons. This one is exotic weapons are amazing. Don't get me wrong. I love exotic weapons. However, exotic weapons are not exotic in this game because there's a dude that comes on the weekends and sells you an exotic weapon, a random one, once a week for 23 strange coins. At first we were like, oh my god, how do we get strange coins? This is impossible. And now I have like 60 of them and I can just buy whatever I want whenever he comes, and it's always the same stuff. So, example, Suros Regime, an exotic auto rifle was on sale. Everybody in the game now has Suros Regime and is using it in Crucible. Kinda doesn't feel exotic anymore, does it? Everyone's using the weapon that maybe that you have already. So it's like, it's cool, but it doesn't feel cool. So my solution to this is, instead of him selling one random exotic weapon, he should sell an exotic weapon engram that can turn into any exotic in the game. That way, it keeps it random for everybody, and everyone has a different chance to experience different exotics at different times. Therefore, they feel like a little bit more special in that situation, and they feel like they have more of an exotic weapon than they actually do at the moment. Another solution, have the factions have their own exotic weapons for that faction, and you have to stick with that faction for a set amount of time and do like maybe faction bounties for them, and you can get faction exotic weapons. Have Crimson exotic weapons, have Black Onyx exotic weapons, have exotic weapons for specific classes, Hunter exotics, Titan exotics, Warlock exotics. Yes, they have the armor, but have actual weapons as well. This way, you create more exotics, and legendaries feel more exotics than exotics do. And I've said the word exotic a lot now, so I'm going to stop. Actually, I'm going to say it one more time because it kind of deals with my next wish. But yeah, so that's my wish, to deal with those weapons. I really hope that I know they're going to keep adding more and more to it, and obviously Bungie is constantly updating the game, and they know these concerns. They know the concerns with the story. They know concerns with the loot, so they're going to fix these problems. Whether or not they are similar to the wishes that I'm asking for is up to Bungie, obviously. They know what's best for their game. These are just my suggestions from playing the game for the past 3 weeks. These are my conclusions. My final wish, this is a really small one. This one's really easy to implement, and I hope they just do it. If I'm wearing all legendary, for example, I think it'd be really cool if my gamer tag, my name tag that you saw me running around in, was purple for legendary. I'm a legendary guardian because I'm wearing all legendary gear. If I have 2 exotics equipped, make it gold. I want to be gold because I earn those exotics and I want people to know about it. I think it's pretty cool. I think that one's really easy to implement, and that wish is courtesy of my friend Bob. He's the one that actually suggested that idea, and it has turned into a wish that I hope happens. It's a fantastic idea, and I really do hope they implement it in the future. So in conclusion, now Destiny is a great game with some issues that Bungie is working on. Is it still hella fun? Oh my god, yes. With friends? All day. I've played that game all day with friends. I mean, it's addictive. It's just amazing. When you have a group of 5 other people to make a group of 6, and you take on that raid and you beat it, it just, it feels so good. It feels so good. There's a sense of teamwork there that I haven't felt in a long time in these kinds of games, and I know that Bungie has just laid a fantastic groundwork to keep building up on. They can turn this game into a masterpiece with just the right moves. They just have to make them. They just have to do it. And I feel like if anyone is going to be able to do it, it's Bungie. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.